Welcome back to Madrona Acres. I'm Thea. My husband John and I are reviving a dilapidated homestead in rural Washington State. This episode is all about the build for my sewing room. This build took, way longer than I thought it was going to take. Basically, I've learned everything here at the homestead takes about 3 times longer. Okay, unfortunately, the audio is going to be terrible. It is hotter than Hades outside, and we have the air conditioning on, and this room is empty, so it's echoey. But here we are. I'm standing in the hallway that leads into my house, and there used to be cabinets here, and I patched the holes. This was a patch job not done by me, but I'm trying to save it. I'm going to wall texture it. Actually, my big wardrobe's going to go right in front of it, so if I don't succeed, no love loss. A couple more holes here and there. This room had bookcases and cabinets everywhere. I asked my husband and son to take those down for me. I may or may not reuse the bookcases. They were okay, but I don't know if they're gonna fit in here with the plethora of machines that I have to squeeze in here, but we will see. And first though, we're gonna do some priming, then painting, and I'm gonna switch out the outlet covers and the light fixture above. I'll show you that in a moment. But I have painter's tape over the outlets in here. I've already taken that one off because my chickens were in here for their protection overnight. I had a little indoor coop and a floor covering for them just for their protection. So now that we have something outside, they are out where they belong. So I can get busy on this room. So like every room in the house, this room really needed to be cleaned before painting. Dust from the contractors installing the floor, just, dust from the shelves and bookcases coming down, and dust from it just not being lived in for a few years. And, add on me keeping my previously suburban extra pampered chickens who used to live in a chicken mansion in at night for their protection because we didn't have a predator-proof coop for them to live in. Didn't do this room any favors. So deep clean was necessary before painting. So I'm gonna put some window cling on the window for privacy temporarily until I get the curtains up. I like that window film so much that I don't even close the curtains in that room. Okay, are you ready to go on a journey with me about painting? I really wanted this room to just be really extra. I had originally wanted to purchase wallpaper. If you've ever looked up how much wallpaper costs, like the good stuff, you might as well sell a kidney. It is so expensive. I could have easily spent $1,000 for 3 walls, maybe. It was just not going to happen. So I decided to do stenciling. I remember watching, maybe her name was Donna Dewberry on PBS in the afternoons, after all the cartoons had ended on the weekends. And she did these great little paintings and stuff like that. How hard could it be? Well, let me tell you, friends, it's hard. You get a textured wall and a stencil together, they pretty much hate each other. And, I had high hopes in the very beginning of this. It looked pretty good in a couple spots, but then things started to bleed. I'm sure it has everything to do with the amount of paint that I had on my brushes, but somebody who is impatient should not be stenciling, and that's definitely me. So I got creative and started to fill in the blotchy spots with gold. I thought maybe if I highlighted it a little bit and then stenciled over that, it would look cool. Unfortunately, I basically hated that. I kind of rage quit for a couple days, had to walk away from the project. And then I came up with an idea.
Otho.
Viridian.
Viridian. Now, why do I know that name?
Blue-green. Hydrated chromic oxide. Remember, I'm schooled in chemistry.
That's right. I decided to slap even more paint onto my stencil game here. And I thought Viridian was an excellent choice. It definitely gave me the outcome that I wanted. It was extra, it's shiny, it's very cool. My eldest son thought I should do the whole wall like this because it looks that cool. I feel good about it now. I just had to, have a couple rage moments, throw a few fits, and I got there. Next up, the ceiling. I thought it would be cool to have panels on the ceiling. I plan to do a lot of filming in this room. Sound is sometimes an issue, and my husband and I installed them. Let me tell you, they weigh about 14 million pounds, and my husband and I balanced these on our heads while he drilled them into the ceiling. It was so hard and terrible, and we didn't kill each other, so that's good. It looks great, though. Will not do that again. I'm so glad to have this project done and completed, and if you want to see the full tour of it filled up, check out my main channel, and stay tuned for more homesteading craziness from us.